What's happening, everybody? Back again. So Reaper and the whole Alex Laughlin thing, been going back and forth. If you've been watching them, these two guys are getting pretty intense, pretty hype, especially with Reaper, which Reaper's just a high energy. His face is always red. It sounds like he's screaming when he's just trying to talk. He's just one of those type of guys. They've been going back and forth though. Apparently Alex Laughlin, which if you don't know him, his dad's name, I guess. Laughlin Racing has been a big thing for a long time. They race, I'm not even sure what they call those cars, pro mods. They're track cars though, big tire cars, tube chassis cars. They were never an actual car to begin with, you know what I'm saying? They were purpose-built race cars. They race on the track. He also had the two mega races where the first one, he raced Chief. This is after Chief wrecked his first car. They hustled to build this second car, the car that Big Chief has now, to go to this mega race. So Chief, Sean, the little crew, the little team that he had and helped him build it, they show up to the race. Obviously Alex Laughlin, it was a Gas Monkey Garage Street Outlaws type thing. So if you don't know, Gas Monkey, Alex Laughlin and him, Gas Monkey's a sponsor on his car, basically. So he's part of that team, if you will. So he shows up and they're basically betting who can win. They had problems the first day and asked if they could have some time. Basically, they swore up and down they weren't going to change anything on the car because the car couldn't outrun Chief's car. They swore up and down they weren't going to change anything on the car except for whatever was broke. And the next day they come back, the car has a bigger blower on it, everything. It's a totally different car they brought. Not realistically it's the same car, but you know what I'm saying. It had different blower, different everything. It wasn't the same. So they lied. They then race again. Chief still outruns him. They cried and whined about that and tried to make it was for this reason or that reason or another. And that was that. Some time went by. They wanted to set up another one. This was at the time when on Street Outlaws, I don't want to say that, like I say, Chief's always been one of the fastest guys, if not the fastest guy on that Oklahoma City list, and that's clear. But at this time was when Ryan was winning a bunch of races. So they decided they wanted to do another race. They wanted to try and race Alex Laughlin's car against the Fireball Camaro. They set that up. Same results, same ending. Fireball Camaro drags his ass, beats him. They whine about that, obviously. But then now this No Prep Kings thing started. At first it kind of started, it had a few guys in it that kind of started it. Reaper being one of them. He was one of the main forefront guys to do with it. He started his own little No Prep series, if you will. People started coming, top name racers, but they really wanted people that race no prep or street racers. Alex Laughlin, again, crying. He wants to know why he wasn't invited, why he can't know. He wants to come to no prep. He wants to race for the money like No Prep Kings. So Reaper makes a video in response to it, explaining to him the reason you're not invited is because you're not a street racer, you're not a no prep racer, you are a track racer. He explains to him you couldn't get down the road here, you couldn't do this, you couldn't that. He then calls Reaper out and says he can outrun him anywhere, anytime, and that's that. So Reaper says, all right, my car's ready, I'll meet you, text me, whatever, we'll set it up, we'll meet down here on this old road and we'll race. Well, then he changes his tune. He comes back and he'll race him, but it's got to be on a track and it's got to be this and that. He's not going to waste running his career and his legacy by racing on a street and getting in trouble. Blah, 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 blah. Backstepping. Don't say shit. If you can't do it, don't say it. Don't say you can whoop him anywhere if you're not willing to do it and try. You see what I'm saying? So that was Reaper's response, basically. Don't call me out and say you can do it. If then when I say, okay, let's do it, you're backpedaling and you can't do it. See what I'm saying? So they went back and forth making little videos, trying to poke at each other and bother each other. And a lot of people are saying that Reaper's just trying to get, basically, he wants to get on the show and he wants to do a mega race. They're saying he's doing all this talking and all these videos because he's trying to talk himself into a mega race. So Discovery can make a show having him racing Alex Laughlin, and it's a big deal, big thing, a lot of publicity, etc. But people are also saying that Reaper's not big enough. Reaper's not, even though Reaper's a pretty well-known person in street racing now and in No Prep Kings or No Prep Racing period now, they're saying he's not a big enough name. He doesn't win races to the extent like Ryan Martin does or Chief does. They win races back to back to back to back. Reaper is a hit and miss. He might win a race, he might lose 5. You know what I'm saying? He builds badass cars, I'll give him that. He got badass cars, I'll give him that. It just is always something that makes it to where he can't get down the track. So a lot of people are saying he doesn't have basically the name, the notoriety. He's not big enough to get a mega race, if you will. But I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that or not. Like I said, Reaper's put himself into a position now to where he's, like I said, he's a pretty big name, at least in the no prep world. And he's kind of leading the pack with that. So you tell me what you think. You tell me your opinion. Do you think Reaper is, first off, do you think Reaper's big enough? Reaper's a big enough name. Reaper's a big enough racer to get a mega race with Alex Laughlin? Do you think that it's worth it basically for Discovery to put him on the show and do the race? Do you think it's going to draw in as many fans, as much money as the other 2 guys did? On that, I can agree that it's not going to. I don't believe it will. But that doesn't mean that it still won't bring in the money, won't get viewers, and you know what I'm saying, won't bring them money, Discovery money, Pilgrim Films money, whatever. So, but you tell me what you think. Do you think that's what his point is? Do you think that's not Reaper's point at all, and Reaper just doesn't care and he wants to drag his ass just to show he can? Because he said that he would meet him. They could set it up. He knew where a road was. He's going to drop the motor back in his car and they can get it on. Not saying he needed, and he even said cameras don't have to be there. It don't have to be nothing that's put on live. Doesn't have to run. It can be just me and you. We can race and I'll show you. So that right there told me that wasn't really his point, but people are still saying, oh, he's just talking to talk. But give me your opinion. Tell me what you think. Do you think Reaper's doing all of this to try to get his own mega race, to try to be as big as Ryan Martin, to try to be as big as Big Chief? Do you think that's his goal? You think that's what he's going for right here? Or do you think he doesn't give a shit and Reaper's just a raw-ass dude and he wants to race and he wants to show him he can whip his ass? Because there's no doubt in my mind if Alex Laughlin, and really Alex Laughlin, if you listen to him, he's got a big head. Because of his name that his daddy had, he speaks on a legacy like he made it. His daddy made this. His daddy made Laughlin Racing. His daddy made Laughlin Racing big. He just races for it now. And he has a big head. He thinks he is up here. He thinks he's better than everybody. And that's his problem. He's not. He's not better than anybody. He's a regular guy. And really, if you look up his record, he ain't won that many races. He hasn't won that many championships. He's won 1 championship or 2 championships in the type of racing he does. So he's not that big of a deal. The name just carries a lot of weight in that type of racing. You see what I'm saying? So if he would come back down to earth where normal people are, he might be okay. But you guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think Reaper's intent was. Do you think he don't give a shit? He just wants to whip him just to show he can? Do you think he's trying to get a big mega race? What do you think about the whole situation? Like I say, last I checked, it's still kind of going back and forth. And I think Alex kind of at a point, he don't know what to say back because he's not going to put his car on the street. His daddy probably wouldn't let him put it on the street. And he knows that if he did, he couldn't get it to go down the street because the stuff he races on is like glue. So, but tell me your opinion. Tell me your opinion. Drop me a comment. Like I said, drop me a like. Make sure you drop a like. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to my channel. Go and do that. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the post notifications. Turn those on. And like I say, I appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody for rocking with me. Other than that, hope everybody has a good, it's raining like shit over here. Hope everybody else has a good day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.